day.
And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm as a sixth-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Minshew sets to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a gain of 35. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. From the 23, here's 2nd down at 7. Here's Minshew. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Mayer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. Taken at about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 1st down, Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Purdy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Minshew's throw there complete to Myers.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Shotgun now with Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw, Purdy.
And Matthews makes the ground. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Purdy from the gun.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Minshew. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So we have reached.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Now Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Minshew's going to keep it.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
He's got a man complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Deebo Samuel.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 17-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. The Raiders now set to get the football back.
And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
Touchdown!
Deebo Samuel.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, Minshew to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Deebo Samuel
With career touchdown number 70.
and the 49ers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 24. And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They go with Jacobs.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Purdy now to throw.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Purdy.
He's got it at the 15. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Again, Minshew looking to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Minshew, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
2nd and a couple.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and really it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took